me of Apple products. This is Betty.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Who is this and where are you calling from?
This is Amanda, and I'm calling from Texas. I just want to say I'm your #1 fan.
Oh, well, sweet. I always like to hear from fans. So what do you think about? Let me ask you this. Do you think it was inappropriate for me to do crotch game?
Not really.
It was a funny argument. I mean, that was one of the most hilarious things I think we have heard in true crime in a really long time.
Right?
Wow.
I've been watching Burnt Toast and everything, and I'm sorry that she's putting you through this stuff. I'm so sorry about that.
Well, it's not just Burnt Toast. It was Burnt Toast. She died off, and then we had another Yahoo decide that she was just going to be bigger and badder and try to take my channel, and that we see where that's going.
What was the channel's name, if you don't mind me
No,
asking?
I'm in active litigation, so as far as that, I'm not going to really bring up.
Okay, that's understandable. I just can't believe I got through, honestly.
Yeah, well, the phones, I kept the phones on. To be honest with you, I'm surprised you got through too, because I thought the phones were off. I was about to move on right when the phones rang. So, what do you think about the whole Brian Koberger case?
I I haven't really been paying too much attention to it, but I do have a question for you.
And here we go. Okay, go ahead.
How do you feel about the BTK case? Or have you been paying any attention to it?
Well, the BTK case was back whenever I was a little kid. And, the whole thing with him and Catherine Rumsland, I really do believe that BTK has a lot more victims out there. I feel that with genetic genealogy, we're going to get a lot of answers over the next 5-10 years about what happened in the 90s, because that seems to be the focus of the targets of their investigations for the cold cases in the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I also, if you don't mind, another question. What got you into true crime or following these cases?
The Gabby Petito case. I mean, I've been watching true crime and lawyer shows since I was a kid. And, then became the Forensic Files, the first 48 hours. So, of course, I've always been intrigued to it, but I was a political activist in Manatee County, and a friend of mine, after being reached out to by the Petito family, asked me if I wanted to help bring awareness to a case, and that's what we did.
Oh, that's cool. If you don't mind, can you explain more about this Koberger case?
So Koberger, the Idaho 4 is, 4 University of Idaho students that were slain in their sleep on November 13th last year, and they lived on the outskirts of the University of Idaho. It was like the well-known sorority type of like sorority row area, just off campus more so. But in the middle of the night, apparently or allegedly, Brian Koberger, a 28-year-old PhD student from Washington State University, entered their home and killed four of them inside that home.
Oh, so it's the Ohio case.
Idaho.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that. I just didn't know it that was a guy who did it.
So I just out of curiosity, you can call here and say you're my #1 fan. I've been talking. I did 2 trips down to Idaho covering this case, but you know nothing about it. Out of curiosity, how can you explain that?
Oh yes. I actually just started watching you here recently.
Okay. What
and I like
my show?
Your cooking videos kind of got me into it. Your cooking posts and stuff like that. I watched. My first video was the last cooking video you made, and that's when I decided to be a fan.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much and have a great day. God bless.
You too.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We have a fan from Texas. Nice. So we always love hearing fans. And we just realized that my cooking brings in the dough. No pun intended, right? Especially since I was using fake dough. I hate fake biscuits. I hate fake potatoes. I hate fake. Like, we are human beings. We are to consume real food. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. We are to consume real food. If it's burger, it should be burger.